Hey guys, so in today's video we are gonna make another top 10 list and happy new year's to everyone. So let's just start off with the top 5. I think that's like a very easy thing to do. I would say these 5 are probably top 5. I don't want to make this video too long, so yeah, I'm not gonna order them at immediately. I think Super Gogeta is definitely in the conversation as well. So I would say like this is the top 6. And yeah, Ultra VB. I honestly don't know who's gonna be like number 10 or number 11, number 9. Like I'm not sure about those. Number 10, I think Goku and Frieza might be number 10. 17 is definitely above Goku and Frieza right now. So this is 6, 8, number 9. I think Ape could be in the conversation as well. I think Pan is actually really good. Orange Piccolo. Is Orange Piccolo better than Goku and Frieza? That is the question. I think I'm gonna go with Orange Piccolo number 10 probably. And I think Ape Vegeta is in the conversation as well. So he's gonna be like number 11, I guess. After that, I don't really care. I think all these units, by the way, like these are honorable mentions. But I don't think any of these units are top 10. Maybe you could argue the Gammas, maybe Pan. But I think I'm gonna go with Ape number 11. Orange number 10, maybe. I'm gonna put Orange above Goku and Frieza right now, actually, which is kinda insane to think about that, but right now, Goku and Frieza definitely lost a lot of value. I don't think they are unusable or anything like that, especially since, yes, like Goku is weak to UI, but at least Frieza is blue, so he can definitely manage to survive and shit like that, and he can do obviously very well against all the red units. I mean, Beast Gohan is everywhere, Ultra VB is pretty common, you can see Ape sometimes, Pan is very common as well, so Frieza can do very well. I think they are still top 10, I'm gonna go with them as number 10, and honestly I could see them being above Orange Piccolo, but yeah, I think this is gonna be S tier, plus all these units. I'm gonna say probably all these units are S tier. Z tier, and this is gonna be number 8, I think. Yeah, and who is number 8? I think number 8 is gonna be 17. He's still really good, and yeah, Universe Reps is obviously a very strong team. UI just came out. Evocan 17. Jiren is still a very strong option. Obviously, he lost a lot of value because of Ultra UI, but he's still a very good unit. And by the way, if you run into the double red setup with Universe Reps, there is a very easy solution in my opinion. Just run Evocan 17 and Jiren, and just don't run Ultra UI. I think it's very easy to just do that. That's my Universe Reps team, by the way. Ultra UI, 17, Evocan, and Jiren. And I have Gatopo on the bench and Bergamo on the bench. And if I run into the double red setup, I just don't run UI. I think it's just a very simple solution. You just run Evocan, you just run 17 and Jiren is gonna be very, very strong, obviously. He counters the green unit. It could be Pycon, it could be Orange Piccolo. Obviously, it's gonna be a very strong counter against those units. 17 is gonna be a very good option against the red units. At least he's gonna be tank pretty well. He has the debuff, the support, and in the late game he can do some very good damage. So yeah, Jiren is obviously a very strong option. 17 is still very good. I don't think he's falling off or anything like that. Like obviously we have some very strong units that just came out, but I think number 8 is still a very decent spot for him. And his utility is still insane. The endurance, the support, the debuff, all that stuff. So he's gonna be number 8, I think. Number 7. Is Ultra Vegito Blue number 7? I don't think I want to put him above any of these units. So yeah, I think Ultra Vegito Blue is actually number 7. And I'm gonna leave him here because I would say individually he's still obviously a top tier unit. Although he's not as good against UI Goku as you would think, because obviously UI Goku has the gauge and all that stuff, so he can just stop his combos. But obviously still a red, he can still catch UI, one-shot him with the ultimate or something like that. But yeah, like, he's still a very good option. The main reason I'm gonna leave him here, number 7 and in Z tier, is pretty simple, honestly. Future is definitely not the best team in the world right now. I would say Future could definitely use some help. And Fusions, I would say Fusions is actually a pretty strong setup. This Vegito, Super Gogeta, the new Gotenks, like, that's actually a pretty good setup, but I would say it's still not like top tier or anything like that. Like, compared to Universe Raps or movies or anything like that, Saiyans, I would say Fusions is definitely not as good as those teams. So I'm gonna say he's number 7 right now. If his teams were better, I could see him being higher, but I think that's the main reason, his teams. But yeah, he's still number 7. I think that's a fair placement for him. He's still really good, obviously. Individually is insane, but his teams holding him back a little bit, in my opinion. Number 6. So I think these are all Z plus tier units. These are gonna be my top 6. Super Gogeta. It's kind of crazy how much shit people talked about this unit, and now he's just like a top tier unit, and pretty much everyone like agrees at this point. Everyone just changed their opinions. I don't even understand how people thought that this unit was trash. Like, people literally said that this unit was bad, not top 10, all that stuff, and it's just, I don't even understand. But at this point, at least people realize that yes, this unit is actually insane. I think he's gonna be number 6. I think that's fair. It's gonna be between, I think, Evoken and Super Gogeta. Because the thing is about Super Gogeta, I would probably say that Saiyans is maybe the best team in the game. Ultra UI, Goku and Bardock, this Super Gogeta. And obviously Super Gogeta is really good on movies as well, which is also arguably the best team in the game. At least it's up there. Double Red with this Gogeta, or just run Beast, Janamba, this Gogeta. Maybe the new Gotenks if you want to. So yeah, he has a ton of like top tier options. But obviously Evoken has Universe Reps. It's hard to say, because I feel like, even if you want to argue that Evoken is better individually, I feel like Gogeta is more valuable in the meta. Like, I see this unit so often. But yeah, it's tough because we don't really see purple units. Or, I mean, both of them are green, so whatever. I honestly, I think I'm gonna go with this, probably. I think it's very close, and I can see Evoken above this Gogeta, but the main reason I'm putting Gogeta above Evoken is because I think he's just more valuable. It's not even about, it's not even the fact that like who is the better unit individually. It's more about the value, and I feel like Super Gogeta is one of the most valuable units in the game. Arguably the most valuable unit. Like, I don't know, like, he has so many teams, so many setups, and he's just there and doing his job defensively. When he transforms, Super Gogeta is obviously insane offensively as well. So I would say he's definitely more valuable than Evoken. But you could definitely argue that Evoken is number 5, Super Gogeta is number 6. Don't really care, but I'm gonna put Gogeta above Evoken because I feel like this unit is just more valuable. Number 4. So who is gonna be number 4? I think it's between Janamba and Goku and Bardock. Who is more valuable right now? I kind of want to give the edge to Goku and Bardock, but it's tough. Obviously, the indestructible thing is kind of broken. Janamba has the gauge, but there are a lot of green units. There are a ton of green units right now. Obviously, Goku and Bardock. I mean, Bardock is green. Super Gogeta, Evoken, Orange, Revival Goku. all those green units, and Janamba obviously is blue. Obviously there are some very strong reds that are running around, obviously Beast, VB, Ape, Pan, but I mean this unit is half blue, so they can take care of that. I would say just because of all the greens, I would give the edge to Goku and Bardock, plus the Indestructible, plus obviously they are just overall an absolutely insane unit. Janamba is obviously also very strong, but I think greens are pretty much free right now. No purpose at all. Jiren is completely just out of the game. Goku and Frieza, no one runs them. Ultra Gogeta Blue, no one runs them. Like pretty much no purpose running around. Green units are almost just free. And I would say that that's a pretty big deal. Because like these greens are actually very strong. Like obviously Bardock, Super Gogeta, Evocan. Like these greens are very, very good, and it's kind of tough to deal with all these greens. With Janamba obviously is a blue unit. So I'm gonna say number 4 is Janamba, number 3 is Goku and Bardock. Honestly, I'm thinking about this because let's be honest. Like, do you really want to run Janamba? Like, do you want to run Janamba? I'm not sure because there are just so many green units. And I would probably argue that Saiyans is like the best team in the game. Sun Family, Saiyans or Sun Family, right? Like Saiyans, Sun Family, maybe movies. But is Janamba the best option? Like if you're running movies, is Janamba a better option than just running Pan and running a double red setup with Super Gogeta or Orange? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put Super Gogeta above Janamba because yeah, he's blue and there are just no purpose to stop these green units. And I would probably argue that the best movie setup right now is double red, and Janamba is not on the team. So yeah, I'm gonna put Super Gogeta above Janamba. I think number 3 is gonna be Goku and Bardock. Like some family Saiyans, like that's pretty much the best team in the game, right? Like those two teams. And like, I mean, if you run Saiyans, like you have 2 greens to deal with Janamba. Like, what is Janamba doing? Like, you run these 3, UI, Goku and Bardock, and Super Gogeta, arguably the best team in the game. What is Janamba doing? Like, not much. So yeah, I think this is fair. So number 1 and number 2. This is gonna be a tough one. I kind of want to give the edge to Ultra UI, and I know that that's the unpopular opinion right now. But I would say Ultra UI is just better. And the main reason people are arguing Beast is because he's red and counters yellow. I think that's pretty much the main reason people think that Beast is number 1, which is fair. Like, I'm not gonna say that, like, what are you talking? Like, that's fair. I would say they are interchangeable. I would say they are like 1 and 2. Like, I can see this. But I'm gonna give the edge to Ultra UI. I feel like he's just so broken if you use him correctly. And the thing about him is that you can actually counter these red units. I mean, not counter, but you can deal with them. Ultra UI can defend himself pretty well against these red units. Like, yeah, sure, of course, Beast, you can catch Goku and one-shot him with a blue card. Of course, you can do that, but you can do that with almost any other character. So I wouldn't really say that that's like a really good argument. But yeah, that could happen for sure. But otherwise, like, you switch in Ultra UI, I'm pretty sure he goes type neutral defensively. And he has the gauge, so he can just stop the strikes, stop the blue cards. Obviously, that's the reason why Ultra Vegito Blue is, like, not a super good counter against him. Because, yeah, sure, like, you bring in Vegito, you remove the vanish and all that stuff. First of all, if you drop combo, then you are gonna auto-dodge. Second, if you just switch in, I mean, Vegito is gonna have maybe like 1 or 2 blast cards, and after that his combo stops because he UI has the gauge and you can't do anything. And the same goes for Beast. UI, you can just cover into UI, and most likely you will be fine, because he's not gonna be able to one shot you with the blue card unless he drops combo or something like that. But like otherwise you can just cover with UI, and Beast can't really do too much. And yeah, like the lock-in thing, that's just so absurd. And if you know how to use it correctly, and you use it in the right moment, it's just the most broken thing in the game almost. You can just pretty much one-shot anyone who you want. And even red units, like yeah, I'm not saying Ultra UI will just one-shot a full HP Beast, but I had matches where I just killed the Beast with UI, with his lock, because obviously I dealt damage to Beast before, and I still had the lock, switched in with UI, and obviously my opponent just couldn't do anything, because their Beast had like 800k HP or something, and there was that. So like if you use correctly his a lock, I would say that's like almost the most broken thing in this game. And obviously the gauge, and all that stuff, and arguably the best 1v3 unit in the game. Like his ultimate obviously is type neutral if there is a defeated battle member, so at that point he can just almost one-shot everyone. And obviously the debuff, he debuffs the ultimates, removes the vanish if your opponent uses an ultimate or a rush. He has subcount manipulation. Like this unit is so broken. And yeah, I think he edges out Beast. I can see Beast being number 1 for sure, but I feel like the main argument for Beast is just that he's red and UI is yellow. And I don't know. I just don't want to give. I just don't want to say that Beast is number 1 because he's a red unit. Which once again, it's fair. Like if that's the main argument you have, and obviously Beast is ridiculous. Like I'm not gonna say he's not. Obviously he's ridiculous. I can definitely see him being number 1. But I feel like the main reason is just that he's red and UI is not. UI is a yellow. And yeah, I feel like that's like almost the main argument. Which is, once again, it's fair. But yeah, I'm gonna say Ultra UI is number 1 because he just does too much. And he just has like some of the most broken mechanics in the game. And if you use his lock correctly, he can easily just snipe anyone. And when he's a last man standing, he gets the lock again, and he can draw 3 ultimates. And obviously, when once again like you lose a battle member, his ultimate is type neutral. So yeah, like I feel like he's just doing too much. But yeah, once again, I don't think Beast is like far behind or anything like that. I would say like this is 1A, 1B. But yeah, like they are very close, and I can definitely see Beast being number 1. I think that makes perfect sense. I'm not gonna argue with you if you think Beast is number 1. So yeah, I think Ultra UI is number 1, Beast is number 2, Goku and Bardock number 3, Super Gogeta number 4, Ultra Jamba number 5, Evoker number 6, 7, Ultra Vegito Blue, 17 is gonna be number 8, and number 9, number 10, and number 11, I would say, is Orange, Goku and Frieza, and Ape. Ape is just here because I feel like, honestly, I feel like these units are very close, and maybe Pan is in the conversation as well. Like these units, I could see Pan being number 10, I could see Ape being number 10, or top 10. I would say like all these units are like very, very close, and you could argue one over the other for sure. Maybe Revival Goku is somewhere here. The Gammas, I could see them being somewhere here as well. And yeah, like all these other units, like Jiren is still very good. Bardock is actually very solid, but it feels like he's just a bench unit, honestly. Don't really see Bardock too much, but he's a very good unit. Like he's definitely a very strong option if you want to run him. Golden Frieza is obviously a very good unit. It's just he's completely replaced. It's been 1 month. That's the main reason I don't like Ultra UI as a yellow character, because I mean Golden Frieza just came out. He's a Legends Festival unit, and it's almost like he's completely like lost all of his value. But he's obviously still individually a very strong unit. Gogeta Blue, still very strong. So I would say like not very very strong, but he's still good. If you know how to use him and if you don't let him die in the first 2 timer counts, like yeah, he could do some very very good work. Like he can definitely do some work, especially after 60 timer counts. After 60 timer counts, like this unit is still like, I would probably say like almost top tier. Like he's very strong. And yeah, like the new Gotenks is obviously very good. I'm not gonna order these units. Like I would say like these 4 are like number 8, 9, or sorry, number 9, 10, 11, and 12. I would say like these 4. After that, I'm not gonna go like super crazy about these units. I'm not gonna order them. Like these are pretty much the honorable mention units. So yeah, I think we have all the units that I could put for sure Purple Cell. Yeah, Purple Cell is definitely an honorable mention. Obviously, he lost value and he's not too relevant right now because of Ultra UI, but he's obviously still a very strong option. And in the future, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna be a very good option again. It's just right now it's not the meta for him. Yeah, other than that, I think we have all the relevant units and all the relevant options. So yeah, I would say this is fine. This is gonna be my top 10. I can definitely see Beast over Ultra UI. I would say that's probably the most controversial thing on this list. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Ultra UI being number 1. Once again, I can see Beast. It's very close, interchangeable, honestly. Like, I can definitely see Beast number 1. But yeah, this is gonna be my top 10. I would say top 11, top 12 list. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.